Hello everyone, welcome to another week of Beyond Education Early Childhood Weekly Bites. Today, I'm going to talk to you about relationships with your co-workers, your colleagues, and I want to talk to you about the importance of working as a team and how that is going to help you through some challenges and offer some solutions if you are actually facing some issues. So first of all, let's talk about the importance of having great working relationships with your colleagues. Strong teamwork is going to help you to go through different challenges, feeling like you are not alone, that others are with you in this walk, and that you feel supported and being able to overcome whatever challenges that might come your way. Now, the next thing about great team is that you would create a wonderful organization climate. And what that means is a great working culture. So can you imagine if you are working in a service whereby others are offering help and being sensitive to one another and playing to each other's strengths rather than to be having very hard and strong lines about that's your role, this is mine, and being able to just go an extra mile for one another because you see each other as a team, knowing that your strengths is going to compensate for someone else's weakness, and likewise that other people's strengths is going to help you in many different ways. Now I'm going to give you some real life example of working in early childhood services and the challenges that you probably are facing. So at times when, especially if you're working in an early learning center where you're caring for children of all ages, you'll be required to work on shifts. And at times that roster might not seem quite fair because another colleague will always seem to have some more pressing and important issues about needing to have that early middle shift or that late shift that you probably will require. Now, another issue could be when all of us are required to do some sort of documentation and observation of children, that some people are actually better writers than others. And I think it's important to recognize the strengths of the team. And the more that you understand the teams made up, their own individual personalities, their goals and aspirations, the better you are to work as a team to bring your work together in a more cohesive way. So for example, if someone is better in writing or that are not great in using technology, what you could perhaps offer is that you can actually write that down in a notebook or on a piece of paper, and you could actually offer to type that into the software system you might be using or the communication platform that you're using with the families, and be able to upload that on behalf of them. And as a return of that favor, that colleague might be able to take on an extra group time or be able to change a few nappies or to be, sitting with some children working on some things that you might be wanting some help on. So I think it's important working as a team to have strong and clear communication, because that is where you'll be able to articulate what you need help with and also be able to offer that help. And I would suggest building great working relationships with your colleagues, checking in on them every now and then, and just have casual conversations. When you actually need to have those really tough conversations, it is easier for you to breach that topic, that the thing that you're struggling with, or the issue that you might be seeing that is of concern to you. A great way of bridging these topics will be starting your statements with like the I statements. So you can actually say something like, I was feeling a little bit frustrated that you did not actually come and help me in this time when, the child had threw up and I was busy with another child. Would you be able to do this, and this the next time? So I think it's important to always start with the I statements, because what it does is that it actually brings down the wall between you and the person you're going to speak with, and be able to have a clear conversation that is without any walls being put up. Because can you imagine if you start the statement with, you did not help me when I was struggling with the child that vomited and the child that was needing me. So it will actually be putting the blame on someone. And when those sort of conversations take place, what happens is that the other party would have the wall up, even though that you might be right in saying whatever you wanted to say. So it's very important to start with the I statements, and remember the I statements using your emotions. I was feeling really frustrated, or I was feeling stressed. The situation that I was in this afternoon was really uncomfortable. Or you can even start the conversation by saying that this is really hard for me to say, but I think it's valuable for you and I to have this conversation so that we can actually be able to thresh this issue out, or be able to resolve this circumstance that we all are facing. So it's important for us to be on the same page. So it's the language that we use is very important. Remember the I statements, and being able to think of working with your colleagues as a win-win situation. Look, no one likes to be on the losing end of things, and it's important for you and your colleague to feel like both of you are actually gaining grounds and making progress in the things that concerns you. So this week, I encourage you, if you are facing any issues with your colleagues that you're unable to resolve, start using the I statement and think about how you would be able to come up creatively with some solutions to address those issues. I look forward to seeing you again next week. Bye.